Hello everyone, welcome to my update US Gossip channel. Carly warns Jocelyn about Nina's legal agreement and asks Nathan and Dante questions. Jocelyn Jax will be warned by Carly Spencer while Nina Reeves tries to make a legal deal. Let's talk about all the drama that will happen in Port Charles because Nathan West and Dante Falconeri will also exchange questions. Now that Jason Morgan has admitted that Jocelyn is in the WSB, Carly will go fishing. Carly will appear briefly as Jocelyn, asking questions and advising her daughter not to make promises she cannot keep. It appears that Carly will eventually admit that Jason knows about Jocelyn's WSB status. Carly might demand answers from Jocelyn herself and wonder how she got involved in all of this, but will Jocelyn tell Carly about Cyrus Renaud? Jack Brennan convinced Jocelyn to join the organization because he helped clean up the crime scene after Cyrus's death. Brennan will have to face Carly's wrath sooner or later, but he'll have a meeting with Anna Devane first. Will Brennan agree to collaborate with Anna when she tells him that they must cooperate to stop what Caesar Faison has started? He will catch up with Dante with Nathan over there. Nathan will have a chance to inquire about what else he has missed since he has been absent. They'll talk about Nina's arrest and whether she'd be willing to take the fall for Willow Tate because Dante will have some questions for Nathan. Although the security footage demonstrates that Nina was not with Willow on a walk as she had previously claimed, she was alone at her apartment building at the time of Drew Cain's attempted murder. Nina would do anything for Willow. In order for Nina's conspiracy to commit murder charge to be dropped, Marco Rios will negotiate with ADA Justine Turner. Regarding Willow, she will continue to be frantic as she informs Martin Gray that they must assign responsibility to the individual who attempted to kill Drew. Will Willow come to the conclusion that individual is Michael Corinthos because she is already claiming that he framed her? Harrison Chase's actions will make Brooke Lynn Quartermaine feel uneasy as he investigates Michael as a possible suspect. After that, it looks like Britt will end up joining Jason inside Bobby's, where they might run into Nathan and Dante in an awkward situation. In any case, Britt will have a request for Jason in the GH episode on Friday. If Jason tells Britt that Jocelyn will be outed to Carly, he might also have some updates for her. Jason took a big risk by coming clean to Carly because Brennan had threatened to throw Britt in Steinmauer if Jason blabbed. Chase versus Michael, Jason's disaster. Nathan's past Michael Corinthos is targeted by Harrison Chase. Additionally, Jason Morgan is dealing with a catastrophe. Continue reading to learn more about the upcoming episodes of the ABC soap opera. The challenge facing Portia Robinson. Let's begin with Portia Robinson, who is expecting a child. However, who is this child? Is the child Curtis Ashford's or Isaiah Gannon's? Trina Robinson might be interested to learn that the doctor is experiencing symptoms. Trina is pretty perceptive and knows her mother very well, so Portia will probably come up with a cover story. Ronnie Bard versus Tracy Quartermaine. Tracy Quartermaine, on the other hand, will continue to wage war alongside Veronica Ronnie Bard. Tracy sought assistance from Marco Rios. The attorney advised that resolving the dispute might take a very long time. After that, he suggested that Tracy inform the other members of the family that Ronnie is a con artist. Tracy will do her best, but she might be surprised by how many new people Ronnie has connected with. Then, Ronnie was smart when he told Giovanni Gio Palmieri to go see his family, which included Tracy. When Tracy says that Ronnie is a con artist, it will be even harder for people to believe her. Who is that lovely elderly lady? Nathan West's struggle. According to the General Hospital spoilers for the week of October 20th, Nathan will keep attempting to rejoin the police force. However, Anna Devane needs clarification regarding his activities over the past 7 years. Jason Morgan's misfortune. Jason, on the other hand, is in for a big mess. Carly Spencer has been informed by the right-hand man that Jocelyn Jax is in the WSB. Therefore, Jocelyn will need to tell Carly the truth. It's even possible that Carly is aware that Jocelyn and Vaughn were partners. Carly will then throw a bomb at Jack Brennan. Drew Cain, on the other hand, will be determined to free Willow Tate. The congressman will put an extra effort to ensure that Michael is imprisoned. Drew can then tighten his grip on Willow and play hero once more. The morning sun had barely crept above the skyline of Port Charles, yet tension had already settled like fog across the city. Inside Bobby's, the familiar hum of coffee machines did little to drown out the unease brewing beneath the surface of everyone's lives. Carly Spencer sat at the corner table, staring down at her phone, her mind racing faster than the caffeine running through her veins. Jason Morgan's confession from the night before kept replaying in her head, "Jocelyn is in the WSB." Those words haunted her like a ghost she couldn't banish. Carly clenched her jaw. Her daughter had promised her transparency, honesty, and trust. But secrets, especially government ones, had a way of destroying everything they touched. When the door swung open and Jocelyn Jack stepped inside, Carly's pulse jumped. Her daughter's face was calm, almost too calm, and that told Carly everything she needed to know. "Mom," Jocelyn greeted cautiously, sliding into the booth opposite her. "You texted me at 6 in the morning. What's going on?" Carly smiled tightly, her tone deceptively light. "Oh, you know me. Couldn't sleep. Thought we could grab breakfast and talk." Jocelyn frowned. "Talk about what?" Carly took a deep breath, leaning in. "About the WSB." Jocelyn froze. Her fork clattered onto the table. "Who told you?" she whispered. Carly folded her arms, her gaze sharp. "Jason." "Jason shouldn't have said anything," Jocelyn fired back, her voice trembling. "It's classified, Mom." "Don't start," Carly interrupted, her tone like a blade. "Classified? You're my daughter, Joss. You're not some secret agent. What are you doing working for them? And don't even think about lying." "I can't talk about it," Jocelyn insisted. "You know how this works." Carly slammed her palm on the table, startling nearby patrons. "How it works? You think I'm just going to sit here and watch my daughter risk her life because some bureaucrat thought she'd make good bait? You promised me, no more danger, no more following Jason into his messes." "This isn't about Jason," Jocelyn snapped. "It's about Cyrus Renaud. He's gone, Mom, but his mess isn't." Carly's breath caught. "Cyrus? What about him?" Jocelyn looked away. He's dead, but Jack Brennan covered it up. The WSB needed someone on the inside to keep tabs on him and his connections before the cleanup operation was complete. "I didn't plan this. Brennan came to me. He said I could help." "Help?" Carly scoffed. "By becoming a pawn in whatever game Brennan's playing? You don't even know the half of what that man's capable of." "He said it was about justice," Jocelyn muttered weakly. Carly shook her head in disbelief. "Justice? Jocelyn, you're being used. And you know what's worse? Jason warned me Brennan's been working both sides, covering up Faison's old network. You're knee-deep in something dark, and you're too stubborn to see it." The silence between them was suffocating. For once, Jocelyn had no comeback, no fiery defense. She just sat there, guilt pooling in her eyes. Carly softened her tone slightly but stayed firm. "You can't make promises to men like Brennan. If you do, you'll end up breaking every one of them, or worse, breaking yourself." Across town, inside the PCPD interrogation room, Nina Reeves sat rigidly across from Marco Rios, her defense attorney, her heart pounding so hard she could feel it in her throat. The evidence was damning. The footage. The inconsistencies. The lies about her alibi. And now, the DA's office was circling like vultures. "Marco, tell me you have something," Nina pleaded. Marco leaned back in his chair, flipping through the file. "You're not leaving here without making a deal, Nina. The ADA, Justine Turner, has a solid conspiracy charge lined up, attempted murder and obstruction. Your best bet is to bargain." "Bargain?" Nina repeated incredulously. "With what? My reputation? My freedom?" "With information," Marco said simply. "Turner wants a name. Someone higher up. Someone who could have actually ordered Drew Kane's hit." Nina's stomach churned. "I didn't order it. I know you didn't, Marco replied calmly. But they don't care. What they care about is leverage. Nina rubbed her temples. Her mind flashed to Willow, to the fragile truce they had barely built. What if I say something that hurts Willow? Marco sighed. Then you choose between protecting your daughter's peace of mind or saving yourself. The clock's ticking, Nina. Turner's not bluffing. As if on cue, ADA Justine Turner entered the room, briefcase in hand. Ms. Reeves, she said curtly. I hope you've thought about my offer. I'm not turning on anyone, Nina said, her tone shaky but defiant. Turner smirked. Then I'll see you in court. But before you do something foolish, you might want to ask yourself if Willow Tate can handle watching her mother go to prison for attempted murder. Meanwhile, Nathan West stood outside the Port Charles Police Department, staring at the city he'd once known so well. His unexpected return had shocked everyone, including Dante Falconeri, who now approached him with a mix of disbelief and relief. Nathan, Dante said with a smile, pulling him into a quick hug. You have no idea how good it is to see you alive. Nathan grinned faintly. You and me both. I'm still wrapping my head around it. Dante chuckled, but his eyes were full of questions. You disappeared, man. Everyone thought, you know. I know, Nathan said quietly. It's a long story involving witness protection, a fake death certificate, and a deal with the WSB. But right now, I need answers. Dante raised a brow. About what? About Nina, Nathan said. I heard she was arrested. Dante's expression darkened. Yeah. She's in deep trouble. Conspiracy, obstruction, the works. But the weird part? She claimed she was trying to protect Willow. Nathan frowned. That sounds like Nina. Always diving headfirst into chaos. Dante shrugged. You missed a lot. Jason's back, Drew's recovering, and Carly's ready to tear down half the city to protect Jocelyn. And now, with Brennan back in town, Anna's on high alert. Something's brewing. Nathan nodded grimly. You think Faison's legacy is connected to all this?